Hello and welcome everyone, my name is Meepolis and this is Literally Graphic, and today we are taking a look at the Poe Clan, Volume 1 by Moto Hagio. I've really been trying to avoid reviewing duologies series individually, but as Volume 2 isn't going to be coming out anytime soon, here we are. But digging into Moto Hagio, born in Omuta, Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan, on May 12th, 1949, she is apparently still alive and living in Saitama Prefecture, heralded as a founding mother of modern Shojo manga, especially Shonen Ai. She is also a member of the Year 24 group and described as the most beloved Shojo manga artist of all time. I read her collection of short stories, A Drunken Dream and Other Stories, and rated it 5 out of 5 stars. Warning, underage vampires. And all that entails. The Goodreads description is as follows. The Poe Clan, a race of vampirnellas who feed on the energy of the living, whiling away the centuries in a village of roses where time and geography have no meaning. A brother and sister, Edgar and Marybelle, are initiated into the clan too young, and unless a wooden stake or silver bullet should lead to their demise, are doomed to live for eternity. Through these immortal adolescents and the mortals whose lives they touch, Moto Hagio explores what it means to live and to die, to have loved and to have lost. Originally published in 5 volumes in the 1970s, the English edition is being published in 2 large hardback editions right now by Fantagraphics. The art definitely felt like it was from a different time, graceful and full of significant looks. The page layouts are highly varied, with lots of intricate detail that might make it a bit hard to follow if you're still nervous about reading manga. It also doesn't help that the narrative is non-linear. But the book itself is oversized, so as far as detail went, it was really a very luscious and beautifully intricate experience that I felt a bit rushed through due to my library loan timeline. An older story, it is not surprising that the presentation of gender is not hugely progressive. That said, you could certainly tell how this aligned with Moto's credentials as the mother of Shonen Ai. Race was the most uncomfortable thing for me when it came to this particular book. Not unique to this book. The way that, quote, whiteness is presented in most manga compared to how, quote, blackness is presented is not great. And while I certainly have heard other people talk about this, if any of y'all can direct me to a more fulsome article or book about race in manga, I would love you forever. That said, I will keep trying to find these conversations and report back if I find anything. The chapter that coincided with the Holocaust was just weird, too, in my opinion. Not very central, but there's at least one chapter in the book where one of the characters is kind of wasting away a very olden times and fairy tale sort of understanding of disability, much like everything else in this book. Class is never really explored in the book. This is a typical vampire story where long life has led to a generally high level of wealth. A harder book for me to get through due to its length, 512 pages! It's a very strong book. Beautiful. It's easy to see the kind of influence that Moto Hagio has had in manga. I'll be rating this volume 3 out of 5 stars. Bye y'all. Keep reading and resist white supremacy. And as always, Literally Graphic is recorded on the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and Anishinaabe people, the Haudenosaunee Confederacy, and the Huron-Wendat Nation. I live here because of British colonization, indigenous genocide, and more geographically specific, Treaty 13, also known as the Toronto Purchase, which was finalized in 1805 between representatives of the Crown and certain Mississauga peoples. This treaty was a lie and has since been broken many times over. Saying so reflects only my own small steps towards knowing the truth and does nothing for reconciliation.